Let's dive in with some hockey talk because speaking of the clock, we kind of assume that the clock out on the rest of the Eastern Conference kind of early this season, thinking that the 8 playoff teams are locked in. And my question to you is, after the Florida Panthers were absolutely pulverized by the Columbus Blue Jackets on Thursday night by a 6-3 margin, have we called the race too soon in the East? Is there a chance that the Blue Jackets can wiggle their way into one of the last playoff spots?
Well, I'm an old news guy, and I remember being in newsrooms on election night and watching the television and wondering if, people, when you call the election, boy, you want to be right, right? You don't have to recreate the headline. And I don't think we're in that kind of position yet here in the Eastern Conference, but boy, we've been saying for a long time that it's done. I remember asking players at All Star in Vegas, what's it like to not have to play for a playoff spot if you're Tampa or whatever? And I think there's a very slim chance that Columbus can get back into it. And part of that's their real strong play, even though they've got some goaltending health issues. They continue to play exceptionally well for Brad Larson. Patrick Laine is absolutely on fire. And part of it also is, listen, Washington has really come back to earth and they look adrift. And I know they were coming off a week long break, but looked very lifeless in a loss last night against the New York Rangers. There are questions about their goaltending moving forward. Right now, 10 points separates Columbus and Washington. Columbus has 2 games in hand. I'm still saying the top 8 are the top 8 in the East, but I think Columbus can make it interesting. And I think both Washington and Boston are more vulnerable now than they were, say, a month ago. And who doesn't want some drama in the Eastern Conference? I think it's good.
Drama, chaos, sign me up. I mean, you're taking a look at the numbers here. This is the Washington Capitals and their stats since November 30th. Alex Ovechkin, 13 goals in 29 games, a 14, 13, and 4 record. They're a team that, although they've really played mediocre, basically 500 hockey since US Thanksgiving, the NHL's point system is so difficult to make up ground once you've got a lead. As poorly as they've played, they're still on track to finish with exactly 100 points this season at a 613 points clip. And you look at the Columbus Blue Jackets, they're on pace for 88, 89 in that range. That's a lot of ground to make up over a short period of time. I'm with you in thinking that these 8 are still relatively safe, and the Washington Capitals, led by the Great 8, it feels like they're kind of one Ovechkin blitz again from really going on a tear and certainly getting back to where they were.